Here we go.
Great.
Hello, travel agent community. Welcome, welcome. It is so good to have you here for today's webinar. As always, here at Travel Week, we are dedicated to providing you with the best information to book amazing holidays and travel product for your clients. With that in mind, I will give just a few housekeeping notes. So, as you know, as always, if you have any questions, pop them into the Q&A box at the bottom. And then at the very end of the webinar, I will come on and answer those questions on your behalf. We have an amazing guest on today. We have Olivia here from New Orleans & Company. Hi, Olivia.
Hi, y'all.
Thanks for being here today.
Absolutely. Happy to be here and talking with everybody about New Orleans and all the things that are happening in my southern city.
Yes, we can't wait to learn more. Something also to note, travel agents, is there is an exciting prize for participating in today's webinar. One lucky person will win a New Orleans & Company goodie bag for participating today. All you have to do is follow right through to the end of the webinar to be eligible, and then we will pick a lucky winner from all the attendees, and I will connect you with Olivia to arrange the delivery of your prize after that. I think that is all our housekeeping for today, other than, you know about the question and answer and the prize. And so without further ado, I will pass you on to Olivia from New Orleans & Company, and I will see you again at the end of the webinar. Again, thanks for being here, Olivia, and take it away.
Thank you so much, Candace. Hi, everyone. I'm Olivia Celata with New Orleans & Company. So I'm here with the CVB for New Orleans, Louisiana, which is a wonderful city in the southern United States. And today I will be talking to you about our timeless traditions and our nonstop culture, giving you a general overview of the city, as well as what's new, what's happening, as well as all the resources that New Orleans & Company offers to travel professionals. So without further ado, I will begin. So New Orleans is known for its one-of-a-kind cuisine. We have Cajun and Creole cuisines. You can experience those here through amazing restaurants, through cooking classes, even food walking tours. We are also the birthplace of jazz music. So we have live music every single night of the week. You can find that in intimate venues like Preservation Hall, or you can even go to one of our amazing festivals like Jazz Fest or French Quarter Fest that take place throughout the year. Besides being known for jazz music, but we have plenty of other options like Zydeco, funk, blues, anything that might intrigue your tastes. So we also have some amazing attractions, some award-winning museums like the National World War II Museum, and we even have some fun new funky pop-ups for the younger crowds. And then beyond that, we have great outdoor experiences. So New Orleans is surrounded by water. We have the Mississippi River on one side, and we have Lake Pontchartrain on the other. We also have bayous and swamps where you can take fun and interesting swamp tours to interact with the alligators and the wildlife. So there's so many different layers to New Orleans and lots of amazing opportunities here. People of all ages can find something to do here, families, couples, even multi-generational travelers. So it's really wonderful. And I definitely invite you guys to come in and experience New Orleans. We do have a couple of nonstop flights on Air Canada. So right now, Air Canada offers nonstop flights from Toronto to New Orleans. During the summer, it's 3 times a week, and the rest of the year, it's daily flights. And in exciting news, we are expanding our Air Canada presence, and we actually will be flying direct flights from Montreal to New Orleans starting this December. So that will be seasonal over the winter. So we invite you guys down to come and experience New Orleans. There's so many classic things here that have been here for generations, but there's also a lot of new things to discover. So even if you've come and you visited before, I would definitely invite you to come back down. So with that, I'll transition over to our new product in the city. So we have a handful of new hotels that have recently come online or expected to come online later this year into early next year. We have the wonderful Four Seasons property, which is one of our high-end luxury properties that opened last year or 2 years ago, actually now. It's at the foot of Canal Street, so it's by the Mississippi River. It offers wonderful restaurants from award-winning chefs, just a great luxury experience for your travelers. Then we have some other more affordable properties that came online, a brand new Hampton Inn, which is near the Marigny neighborhood. It's right outside of the downtown French Quarter, which is our historic neighborhood. So it's still accessible to everything, but a little bit removed, so it's a little quieter at night, a nice little escape. We have Hotel Tennelle, which is in our Garden District neighborhood, which is actually kind of a little bit more where the locals or second or third time visitors go. It's a property that's been there, but was recently rebranded to a Marriott property. We also have a couple of new properties coming online later this year. The Rubenstein Hotel is actually going to be a small boutique hotel that's above a menswear store that's been here for a century this year. We have the wonderful Caesars New Orleans that is actually rebranding the existing Harrah's Hotel and Casino. So this is right in our downtown area. They are expanding, they're adding a new hotel tower, and you have casino access right from the hotel. And then last but not least, we have the Whitney Hotel, which is in an old bank, so it has a nice historic feeling. They're currently renovating that. It's just under 100 rooms and just outside of our downtown area as well. And then, we have our classic attractions that have been here for a very long time now, but there's always something new and developing. So our Audubon Aquarium Insectarium actually recently merged. They used to be separate and now they're together, and it reopened just earlier this month. So you can experience anything there from a walk-through butterfly exhibit. You can even taste bugs if that piques your interest in their cafe. And they have a rare white alligator, which is very unique to New Orleans that you can see. So great family-friendly experience. If you're a little bit more on the adventurous side, we do have a zip line over the swamps now that just opened. So maybe for your adventurous parties, which I haven't experienced yet, but I'm definitely interested in doing sometime soon. But we have the National World War II Museum, which continues to expand. Recently, they opened a nighttime performance where it's essentially a 3D mapping projection against the side of the World War II Museum. And it's great for families. It follows a story of the written letter during World War II and how it affects home and overseas. And then we also have the Museum of the Southern Jewish Experience, which was opened recently. It's dedicated to the history and the culture of the Southern Jews and how they influenced the South. To continue on with our exciting attractions, we have Vue Orleans, which is a two-part cultural exhibit. So you first walk in and it's a high-tech, touch-free but interactive cultural museum that talks about the music and the culture and the food of New Orleans. And then the second part is you actually get to go to the top of the Four Seasons Hotel and you get a 360-degree viewing from both indoors and outdoors. A great way to overview the city, kind of gives you an idea of all of our different neighborhoods, which have their own unique characteristics, and kind of a can't miss stop when you're coming to New Orleans. The Sazerac House is dedicated to the cocktail culture of the city. So the Sazerac cocktail was started in New Orleans by a pharmacist, and the culture has just grown from there. And so recently we opened a free museum that's 3 or 4 floors high, and it's beautiful. We have digital bartenders that can make you a drink. You can interact with them. You also have taste testings along the way. And again, it's a free museum, so it's an amazing experience, beautifully well done. That would be great for your guests during free time. And then New Orleans is also a port. So we are right along the Mississippi River, and we have both Caribbean as well as river cruising available almost year round. So we have a handful of different cruise lines that we work with on the Caribbean side: Carnival, Disney, Norwegian, and Royal Caribbean. And we also have 3 river cruises: American Cruise Lines, American Queen Voyages, and Viking River Cruises. And so as travel professionals, New Orleans & Company offers a good number of complimentary resources and services. And specific to the cruising market, we've actually developed pre and post commissionable cruise packages that we offer agents. We also have suggested itineraries and coupons that are good for your guests only available through travel professionals. So we have numerous resources available as it relates to the cruising market. And then beyond just the cruising resources we have available, we have plenty of others available for you guys. We love working with you and inviting your groups to the city. So we're happy to offer our free complimentary services in any way. One of the biggest things that we do is offer an RFP service. So we can reach out to hotels, tours, attractions, transportation, restaurants, any element of your itinerary. And, we can provide the dates that you're coming in, as well as the number of people you have. And those hotels and beyond will reach back out to you with their proposals. It's a really great way to compare multiple proposals side by side. And then you, as a travel professional, can make the decision as to what would be best for your group. Again, that's completely free service. We also, at the beginning, if you're just looking for suggested dates, we can help you with that. If you're looking to promote your itineraries and packages, we have a photo and video library. And then if you're looking to get a little bit more training in and understand all the various elements of New Orleans, we offer certification programs that if you do complete the course, you get a New Orleans certificate saying that you are a certified travel professional for New Orleans. We also invite you to come in and experience New Orleans for yourself. So with that, we actually have a summer FAM going on right now through August, which is where we offer highly discounted rates at hotels throughout the city that are exclusive to travel professionals. So we invite you to register online at neworleans.com/summerfam, register 0422. It's exclusive to travel professionals, so we really try to keep it that way. And there are some blackout dates that may apply, but there's numerous hotels with great opportunities for you guys. And then if you do decide to come into New Orleans this summer, we also have the VIP pass. Actually, anytime that you come into New Orleans, we have this available, where we offer discounts at attractions, tours, restaurants. So with this hotel offering through the FAM, as well as the VIP pass, you can get your whole experience in New Orleans discounted, gives you a great understanding of the city and overview of all that it has to offer. So with that, I will take any questions that you guys have. And I am your point of contact for the Canadian market. So I'm happy to be working with all of you. Please do not hesitate to reach out. My contact information is here, and I will follow up after the webinar as well. If you need anything, I'm here for you guys. So that is it. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Olivia. That was a wonderful presentation, so informative. I am now dying to go to New Orleans even more than before. So thank you. We appreciate you sharing
Absolutely.
that with our community. I have a few, well, two comments actually, and then a question. Juliet was just saying good afternoon. She's really excited to be going to New Orleans next month with 4 college friends,
Wonderful.
all in their 70s. So they're really looking forward to that trip.
That's great. We're excited to have you guys. If you need
Mm.
any recommendations, feel free to reach out.
Yes, thank you. And then Victoria was asking the zip line adventure that you mentioned. She was wondering how far that is from the French Quarter, if you knew.
Absolutely. It's
Mhm.
about 40 minutes away from the French Quarter, so it's perfect for a day trip. Definitely encourage you guys to go on the zipline adventure. And then nearby, there are historical estates to explore and other things in that area. And then you can come back to New Orleans for the evening. Just a great little day trip.
Awesome. Thank you for answering that. And then we have Monica who is asking, do you have any food tours that you recommend?
Absolutely. We work with a partner called Destination Kitchen. She is wonderful, speaks multiple languages, and offers food tours specifically in the French Quarter. And our food tours will definitely not leave you hungry. By the end of the time you've stopped along the way, you get a great taste and a full belly.
Excellent. Yummy. And then we have a question here. Or this is just a comment from Anik, and she's just saying she's going to New Orleans in August, and thanks so much for the opportunity here.
That's great. Looking forward to seeing you and having you here.
Yeah. And then Terry is asking, the fan that you were talking about, is that for Canadian travel advisors, or is it for both Canadian and US?
It's for domestic as well. So domestic, Canadian, international, any travel advisor. We do ask that you have an IATA CLIA number, but if you don't, we just reach out to me and I'll make sure we get you set up.
Awesome. Thank you. We had a few travel agents on here asking just again about your contact information, Olivia. And I will say, for all the agent participants today, you will be getting a follow-up email. And so we can be sure to include Olivia's contact information there as well. So you have it. And then you'll have it on hand to be in touch with her as you need. Does that work for you, Olivia?
Absolutely. Yes. Please feel
Perfect.
free to reach out. Personal trip or groups that you have coming into the city. Happy to help with recommendations and connect you with our local partners. Even recommend hotels, sports attractions, whatever you need.
Excellent. Tammy has a question, and she is asking about hotels that are near the Norwegian Cruise Line port and
Absolutely.
how far that port is from the airport.
So the Port of New Orleans is where all of our cruises depart from. It's about a 30-minute drive from the airport maximum. That is the distance to our downtown area from the airport. And there are a number of hotels in that area. We have the Higgins Hotel, which is connected to the World War II Museum. We have a Hampton Inn. We have a couple of other properties right in that space. It's called our Warehouse Arts District. So beyond the hotel, they have museums in that area. They have a beautiful street called Julia Street where they have art galleries, tons of restaurants, some of my favorites. So it's a great area location to stay, and it's very accessible to the cruise port.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And then Juliet was just asking another question about, I love asking this question as well. Do you have any favorite restaurants that you like to recommend to visitors?
Absolutely. I mean, there are so many different restaurants in New Orleans. So you have your classic restaurants, traditional Creole and Cajun, like Commander's Palace, as well as Two Jacks restaurant in the French Quarter. You have your modern fusion restaurants that have started popping up, which blends, different kinds of cuisine with New Orleans. So you have Maypop, which is Southeast fusion, as well Southeast Asia fusion with Southeast Louisiana fusion. There's too many to describe, but I would definitely recommend a jazz brunch at one of our brunch restaurants where there's like a live jazz trio. It's more than just cuisine. It's kind of like the whole atmosphere that New Orleans creates. And, always ask your bartenders and your waitresses for recommendations, their personal favorites, because that gets you the inside scoop into what to do into the city.
That's a good tip as well. Thanks for that, Olivia. Wayne was asking, he says, thank you for the wonderful presentation. He says, you're mentioning something about the Hampton and Ite location. Am I saying that right? ITES.
I did mention the Hampton Inn that opened in the French Market area.
Yeah.
So we have a good number of different neighborhoods in New Orleans. And so the French Quarter is the historic neighborhood that most everybody knows. First place to visitors go and explore. So this property is a brand new property built from the ground up just outside the French Quarter. So it's in a little bit more of a local area, but it is right by the Mississippi River. They do have a free breakfast every morning, which is great for your groups. And it is very accessible to the French Market, which is like a little shopping district we have within the French Quarter. So I would definitely recommend it. And if you reach out, I can connect you with the contact.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Olivia. So yes, definitely feel free to reach out afterwards if you have more questions concerning that, Wayne. I have a question again from Tammy about the airport, because she was mentioning before the asking about the distance between the airport and the cruise port, and
Yes.
and she was just wanted to be sure what the name of the airport was that you're flying into. Yeah.
So the code is MSY, and it is Louis Armstrong International Airport. It's the New Orleans International Airport.
Excellent. Thank you.
It's actually brand new, within 2021, reopened from the ground up right next to our previous airport. And so we're really happy to have it. It has local restaurants in there, local shops. It's beautiful floor to ceiling windows. So it's a great place to come in and out of.
Great, excellent. And then I have a question here from Christine, and she is asking, is there any music tours that you recommend?
We have a couple of off the beaten path music tours of the French Quarter and the Marigny area. I would definitely recommend that your groups go check out Frenchman Street on their own. Every single night of the week, there's live music on the street, tons of different venues. You can just walk down the street and kind of listen and hear and be pulled into different directions. So, and then specific music tours, I can send you a couple of suggestions.
Great, thank you so much. And then I have another question here from Nona, and she's asking about the direct flights that you were mentioning from Montreal. And she was wondering how many times per week those direct flights
They're going to be 4 times a week. It will start December 1st and go through the end of April. The idea is for it to be seasonal. This is the first time that Air Canada is flying from Montreal to New Orleans. So we really have to create that demand for the flight to make sure it comes back again. So 4 times a week is what I have so far. I don't have the exact days of the week. It's a new work in progress. So We're excited about that.
Great, excellent. Yes, that is definitely exciting. Okay, and then I think for the last question, I had a few agents mention, Lynette and Jane, that they're really excited about taking advantage of the FAM tour. They've booked a few trips for clients into New Orleans, but haven't visited themselves. So they're really excited to go. A few agents have been asking, they're looking at staying in the French Quarter, and is this the area that's the most active?
It is the most active. It's a very walkable, historic area. So once you're there, you can really walk to everything, attractions. You can walk to our riverboat cruises. You can take cooking classes there, museums. The Historic New Orleans collection is wonderful. So it's very accessible once you're in that area. And then it's probably about a 15-20 minute walk to the cruise terminal from there, but a quick little drive.
Okay, perfect. Excellent. Thanks for answering that. And that answers our next question too. Tammy just had another question about the distance from the French Quarter to the cruise terminal. So that answers that as well.
Definitely accessible.
Okay, great. And then our very last question that we have today, again, is from Nona, and she's asking about the best time of year to visit in terms of weather. So February, March, April, what do you suggest?
February, March, April is beautiful. I would definitely suggest that you guys escape your winter and come down to New Orleans during that period of time. It's a very mild climate here, so it's not too cold. But February, March, April is beautiful. Keep in mind that Mardi Gras always falls during February and March, which is one of our busiest, most fun and festive times of year. So if you want a truly locals experience, I would definitely recommend coming down for Mardi Gras. The date changes every year, but you could always find parades the weeks leading up to Mardi Gras Day. So it is a beautiful, fun, festive, very colorful time of year to visit.
Yes, absolutely. I would love to visit during that time as well. It sounds like so much fun.
It'd be great to have you. It
Yeah,
is such a good time.
yeah, I bet. Well, that seems to be all our questions for today. And so with that, I just want to say thank you, Olivia, for joining us here today.
Absolutely.
It was such a pleasure to have you on and to be able to present all the great information about New Orleans to our travel agent community. Travel agents, be sure to keep your eyes peeled for the follow-up email, which will have your information about contact information for Olivia, as well as we'll announce the prize winner in that email as well. And so with all of that, again, travel agents, thank you so much for being here. Olivia, thanks again. And we'll see you at the next one. Okay.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody. Take care.
Thanks. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.